they kind of changed my mindset.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I always found that a bit weird. When people say that, like the half sibling, like,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is my half brother.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Just
we
say
talked about
it.
it the other day.
Yeah, we
yeah.
were.
Yep.
Like I never announce like
Yeah, it
You know
is a
what I
bit
mean?
weird. Yeah.
even if we have different dads or
Mm.
different mums.
It's still brothers and
Yeah.
stuff.
Still, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100.
Just with like, cause I was adopted as well.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Did I tell you?
No.
Oh, I thought I told you.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yay.
No. Not on camera. No.
So it turns off and then
I give you a smooch. No.
little something.
You'll crack up. Put me off now. No.
Sorry, I know.
Nervous.
No, it's okay.
I'm like, I don't know how to feel right now too. I'm just like, well.
Attracted, it's fine.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I'll take that.
No, was there ever like, I don't really know how to word it, but was it ever difficult for you to like say like, mum to this mum, or like, was it ever difficult for you to differentiate like those pronouns, I guess?
No.
No.
I called them mom, called them dad. Like,
Yeah.
It wasn't weird for me. It was just because like I did that with my aunties as well. Over here I called them mom,
Yeah.
dad. Like I never called them like that. But yeah, no, it wasn't weird.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like a more of catching up on old times.
Yeah.
And it's funny because when I went back, everyone said that I'm just like my mom.
Oh
Yeah. They're like, but you're stubborn like her, you work your ass off, like everything you do is
It's
her.
from her, yeah.
And I used to sit there and just watch her,
Yeah.
and just the way she was have like, the resting bitch face that I was doing. Like she used to do that, and the way she used to yell, laugh, everything. And I was like, whoa, that's like me in like 30 years. Like, yeah, it was just, and like, yeah, everyone used to always say like, oh, you're so much like your mom.
Yeah.
And even my adopted mom used to say that to me as well,
Yeah.
because she known her too. So she's like, oh, you're just like your mom. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
In like those situations, do you ever feel like, say your adopted mum or your biological mum ever felt some type of way
Yeah.
of calling
Yeah,
the other mum?
yeah. That
Mhm.
was, it was like, it wasn't up until I went over there.
Yeah.
And then I can see why,
Yeah.
because it was like, we raised you. You know,
Yeah.
how are you going to go over there and just,
And
but
say
to me, I was just like, oh, I'm finally meeting my mom.
Yeah.
So like, I just wanted to be around her, everything.
yeah.
And so yeah, but it was kind of scary for my brothers because they thought I wasn't gonna come back. 'Cause they were like,
yeah.
And they were like, oh my gosh, she's going there and she's loving it.
Yeah, she
she's
could.
not. Yeah, she's probably, and because she's older, she can do what she wants. She
Yeah.
probably won't. But yeah, nah, I never wanted to leave them, and I feel
Mhm.
like that's why I've never left Melbourne.
Yeah.
Even though I feel so at home here, I feel like if I leave, like there's just something. It's like
Yeah.
I feel like we just carry each other.
Oh yeah.
so
yeah.
it was just very hard for me, and I feel like that's probably why my relationships don't really thing, because I don't want to leave them,
Yeah.
and I always told myself until I get married, that's when I'll leave,
Yeah.
and let them do life and stuff without
Mhm.
me, but we're always going to stay connected. But for now, because I'm single, I still want to be there for them,
Yeah. Yeah. While you
So,
can.
yeah, while I can,
Mhm.
until I have someone else telling me what to do. I still probably would listen to my brothers more.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you feel like there was any like feelings hurt when you would refer to one mother as mum and then the other one as mum? Do you feel like any side was hurt or felt some type of way?
Yeah, definitely my adopted side,
Mm-hmm.
because they basically raised me,
Raised you, yeah.
and for me to just go over there and just say it so freely, you
Yeah.
know, without really knowing them. But it wasn't like that. It was just I know there was kind of a bit of tension at that time when I went,
Yeah.
because yeah. But to me, it was just like finally meeting there,
Yeah.
and it just came natural to call her mum because
Yeah.
But it was really innocent. But like to them, it was kind of like a slap in the face
Slap in the
kind of
face.
thing. Like,
Yeah.
wow, you just met her and then
Yeah, you're just
yeah,
calling her.
just calling her mum. But I didn't really look at like that until my oldest daughter, when she started coming in. she called her grandma mum.
Yeah.
And then I felt some type of way, like
Oh,
I
yeah.
just wanted to like just you know, I was like, oh, how they like, you know. But then I thought to myself, she has a right because she raised her, you know. It doesn't matter how I felt,
Yeah.
even though I am her birth mother, but I only raised her to some extent, you know.
Yeah.
And then she took over, so like even though I felt some type of way, it was like I couldn't be like, wait, no, that's not your mom,
Yeah.
you know, kind of thing. So I think everything that I had a feeling for, like kind of against my parents, my kids sort of showed me in a way like the same feeling.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh, okay, that's how it feels, you know. So then I kind of let that go. So like my anger and that kind of just went away because my kids were doing it to me. So I was like, oh, so that's how it feels, you know. It was kind of like me being a hypocrite, like me being angry doing that and like wondering why everyone's angry at me. But when my kids did it to me, I felt it, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was definitely hard. But like now when I go back, they understand that, like, because it was my first time back home, they thought, no, she's never coming back, like, you know. But
she's
now
found
that
something that she wants to
that was
stay
always
with.
missing.
Yeah.
So like now I kind of like make it to them like I'm coming back, like this is my home, you know.
Yeah.
Although like I always wanted to be around them and stuff, it's not gonna feel the same, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely
I feel like it's a little bit difficult for people that are adopted, or what do you guys call it in your guys' language?
Adopted.
that one there, right there. That's what it is.
Yeah, same. No.
I don't know but like with the cookies they say tahid.
Yeah, yeah.
When they got given
What do they
out,
call it?
Like tahid.
Tahid.
Yeah.
That means beach for us.
Oh.
Yeah.
Beach.
The beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, in Māori it's whāngai.
Oh yeah, that's right. No,
Yeah.
Nice.
I forgot what I said before this.
Oh well.
Boom.
No, yeah, like I feel like it's a little bit difficult for people that were whāngai, tahid, adopted, to kind of balance those pronouns between families. Because like we were saying off camera, there's not really like a manual book instructions
how
for
you're meant to
how
feel.
to address things. So I think it's cool hearing another story like that. So it gives me like a little bit of insight for my own experience that I've had.
And I love that we can connect on that level.
Yeah.
Because for some reason I felt like growing up I was always like kind of embarrassed that I was adopted.
Oh, okay.
Like for some reason, like it was just when people used to say it. Like I remember. So my oldest brother, he had a son, and we pretty much raised up together. Because I was like their oldest kid, and then when they had their own kids, we became kind of like siblings. So the banter was like always like sibling banter. I was never his auntie, you know. I was like his older sister. I remember one day we got into it, and I called him black. Like I called him like just because I was young. I was doing like probably year 7. And then he turned around and called me adopted. And then from then I was like, oh my gosh, you know, I was like, wow, just straight hit me in the like, you know, that was
got the right one.
I was like, oh, you're good, you're really good. And then and then my brother was like, don't ever say that to her again, and blah blah blah. That's my sister, you know. Don't ever say that again. But to me, I was like, from then I kind of like, oh my gosh, that's embarrassing, you know. So then like I hated anyone knowing that I was adopted. So I never used to mention it to people.
Wow.
Like until like people who actually know me like become like in my circle. Then I'll tell them because they'll get confused. They're like, oh, who's that? And then who's that? Like, you know. Like, oh, it's all my siblings.
Yeah.
But,
I have multiple siblings.
Yeah.
Like,
there's a lot. There's a lot.
Wow.
But
yeah, that's it's interesting because I think for myself when I was young, because like I was told straight away, I think for myself I was like, I would say it to other people out of just being like, I think for me it was something like, oh, like I'm different. You know, so I'd be like, I'm adopted. You know?
So it was like cool for you.
Because it was like, I'm not like
different.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
nice.
then like going back to with like the pronouns for both sides and stuff.
Yeah.
I would
Sorry.
always no, it's
Tell me,
alright.
Haka.
Going back to like with the pronouns with both families, I think I could have been hurting them if I have said it to the wrong people or
Okay,
said it
yeah,
in
yeah,
front
yeah,
of them.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So yeah, don't know where I was going with that, but yeah,
Got you.
you got me.
The
Yeah.
adoption vibes are
Yeah.
like tweaking right now.
It is.
Yeah, bro. I can kind of understand, but not to, you know, your guys' level from
Yeah.
having like step parents
Yeah.
Yeah.
as well. And I always used to think like that, like, is my mum gonna get angry if I call,
Yeah.
you know, my
Yeah,
son?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
And same to my dad as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Do you know if they ever felt?
I know they would.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if that's the reason. Like now, it's still hard for me to say it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a part of the reason, or because I feel like my stepmom's definitely earned the right for me to call her
Yeah.
mum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Vice versa with my stepdad. But yeah, I think in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, I don't want to offend. You know what I mean?
You're still a bit
My
cautious.
parents. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a bit tricky, but yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll figure this out.
Yeah.
We'll all figure
Well,
it
yeah,
out.
we'll just figure that part out.
Love that.
Yeah.
So when you went over to New Zealand,
Yep.
and you met your 17 siblings,
Yep.
how close were you and Laurie at the time? So that's your sister you started
Yep.
with doing reactions with?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So me and Laurie, I feel like me and her was just always different.
Yeah.
There was we just feel like our mum calls us twins
Yeah.
because we were just always like vibing off each other,
Yeah.
and we were just always like this, and like even and I think because she felt some type of way in this amongst our siblings, like she kind of felt like she was an outsider too.
Okay.
Maybe because she was like, you know, if you see on YouTube, she's like that in real life. You know, she's just a vibe.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And to me, I just loved that about her because it was like looking at myself, but like she's the more alive version.
Yeah.
Because me, I was very kicked back and
Yeah.
more reserved, and she was just always fun.
Yeah.
So I
Full
used
of
to,
life.
full of life. And me and her, we just clicked straight away. Like it was like we were meant to like be raised together,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
because then we wouldn't feel so like alone.
Yeah.
But me and her connected through that because you know, our siblings were raised like churchy, and me and her were kind of like the black sheep. We were kind of like the independent ones.
Yeah.
So we're always like doing whatever we wanted, you know, and it didn't really click too well with our parents. But when we got together, we could relate like that,
Yeah.
and she could open up to me
Yeah.
so easily. And I used to always just like I used to baby her a lot,
Yeah.
like, because even though I was like an older sister, but I just tried to mother her a lot, just
Yeah.
because like I saw a lot of me in her, like a lot of like you know, when it comes to boys and stuff like
Yeah.
that, and I saw like things that I did, but I learnt from it, you know, and
Yeah.
and because she was coming up to like that part when she was, you know, starting to date
Yeah.
and that, and I was trying to protect her a lot.
Yeah.
How many years apart are you? Sorry.
We're probably, I think, 4.
Oh wow.
So there's
Yeah.
2 after me. There's a 2-year gap, and then there's my sister Primrose, and then there's like another gap, and then it's Laurie. Because
Okay.
a lot of people think me and her are like the twins, like,
Yeah.
but they don't know there's like another sister in between.
Yeah.
But
When's her birthday? Sorry.
her birthday. Oh no,
Nah.
Laurie, you're gonna hate me, eh? Some September something. Oh,
None of your business.
none yet. Okay, I'll just keep it to myself.
Just cut that part out.
'Cause, I'm sorry, Laurie. I'll get you a good present this year.
Just let me know
just
when
let me
it
know
is.
when it is, and I'll take you out or something.
September. Nice.
I think, bro, it's probably not even that, but sorry. Love you, sis. But yeah, that was, and I feel like that's probably why our connection was so good on camera,
Mm-hmm.
because the vibe was just different. You know,
Yeah.
we just we like fed off each other's energy, and yeah, that was that.
And then how did you just come up with it together, like starting reactions or?
we just wanted to just be on YouTube. It wasn't. We didn't even think about reactions at that time. I was watching reactions, but other people That's when I started watching reactions. But for me and her, it was just like a bonding kind of thing.
Yeah.
We just wanted to just jump on camera and talk shit. Pretty much, that was it. We didn't think about anything else. We were just recording each other talking crap, and yeah. And then when we did our first reaction, it was like when I woke up the next day, 'cause the video dropped at like what, probably 10 p.m. that night. We shot the reaction straight away, and then I stayed up editing till like 3, conked out. I woke up and I was like, what the frick? Like comments and like it was going off, and I was like, what the hell? 'Cause between us two, we're like, we just think we're funny to each other. We're like, oh frick. And then when everyone was just like commenting
Laughing
and that, they're like, do more, and we're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then the next one was HK and Rick,
Yeah.
and yeah, we loved it. Like, I think for her it was hard because it was Australian drill, so she didn't understand like the lingo, everything. And me, I was like, yeah, this is like my and she was like, what the frick is this, you know? Because their music's real different. And I think people found her funny because she didn't understand. So they were just laughing because she was being a blondie and stuff. And I loved it because I was just like, I think it was like the best of both worlds. Because one's just fun out there, and me, I'm just like trying to break down the bars and concentrate, you know, like really trying to react. But yeah, that's how we started reactions. Yeah, we didn't really think about it.
Sorry.
Let's just remix right here.
React to this.
Oh, let's go. I'm ready.
I was gonna say, like, was it hard for you? Like, was there ever days where you didn't get along or anything?
Oh, bruh. Every time we shot, it was like, oh man, like we used to look at each other like, bro, did you just say that? Like, it was like the thing with, we never plan nothing. When we shoot, it's just like, just press record, we'll do just whatever it comes up with. And like, I used to always get shocked at half the things she would say, but I would leave it there because that's what people liked, you know? They're like, my gosh, that was so funny. Like, but yeah, it was just pretty, just shoot and chuck it up. That was it. But,
so when you were doing the reactions, when did it start being more like community driven, kind of like all local artists? And
because I feel like when we started reacting, that's when the poly scene was starting to pop off at the same time. So I was like, whoa, let's just push the poly artists, you know, because like all these reactions are like pushing UK and everything, but there wasn't really anyone covering our music at that time. But if they were covering, it was only 1-4 or like HP Boys, the big names. But to me, I was like, I started having like local artists and started sending in their songs, and I was just like, oh, this is cool, you know? Like, I love the fact that they want to push their music out through our channel, because it's like, it's just two blonde girls like talking crap, you know? Like, but yeah, like for me, it was just like, man, this is cool. Like, I want to push their music out. If it has to be on our channel, then yeah, so be it. But like, we try to not just do reactions because we didn't start off from reactions, you know. We wanted to keep our sister bond, and that's when the whole talking about mental health, and then I was like, oh, you know what, we'll do an Instagram and ask people what they want to see, you know. So that's when the whole people started sending in questions and that, and then we'll start shooting videos from that. But it was a good break because we didn't want to keep reacting, because I felt like reacting to music wasn't fair on Laurie, because she couldn't understand. So I felt like that was more a me thing, but us talking about, because we're pretty open as sisters, you know. She likes talking about stuff, and I like. So that's how that came about. Our videos on, you know, our polys and those issues. That's how that came about.
Yeah, because when I started following you, your guys' Instagram, I seen like you were really open, like and that's one thing that I loved, and that's what I vibed with. Like, you were so open about so much things, and especially in your personal life as well. So, was there ever a time where you like came across a lot of hate, and how did you deal with that? Like,
the hate started coming when we started talking about the touchy subjects, you know. And then I was like, because it was so easy for me and her to talk about the stuff, we didn't think that there will be people who were like, because I feel like as islanders we're so closed off and closed-minded, like we grew up a certain way, so we were channeled to think a certain way, you know, and because we were kind of pushing those barriers, like, and we started like, oh, you girls shouldn't talk about stuff like that online, but our family didn't really mind because we were open, you know, especially my brothers. Like I always used to run things like as we got older we started opening up, and because we realized that if we kept our traditions we wouldn't be as close, or we'll have those, like, you know, we'll close those walls. Those walls, and we're like, you know, if we can talk openly here, then we can kind of encourage everyone else to do the same in their families, you know, and kind of break that cycle, like, of being silent all the time.
So taboo, like, with so many like, subjects.
And it was tough to talk about because we were talking from our own experiences, and it was kind of hard to kind of expose ourselves like that. But when we started doing that, like, I saw the DMs started like filling up, people sharing their stories and that, and because Laurie wasn't so tech at that time, it was like just basically me running the page and replying to everyone, and because I saw everything, I was like, damn, I didn't know that these were real issues like that, you know, and that people can relate. So I loved it, and I was just like, let's run with it. You know, it's good, like, people opening up like that, it's good. You know, it goes to show that, like, because I used to be like, fuck, bro, this is tiring, you know, because I'm got my mum life and, you know, home life and that, but it's worth it because then you get to see, like, the struggles that people are actually facing. You're not by yourself in it. And that was that.
Wow.
And I'll go. You go. Right. No, I was just gonna ask, like, where, like, when there was hate comments and stuff, how did you cope with that? Like, what would you do?
It was funny because, like, me and her, we feel like we're, like, not clapback queens, but, like, we're triggered easily, you know, especially when hate. And for Laurie, it was like, she'll kind of peek at it, but me, I'll take it to heart, especially if it was something towards her, because then I was being the big sister role. I was like, oh, hell no, did you know? But it was like, kind of like, we had to go through that stage to learn how to deal with it better, because we're like, oh, no, hell no, we're going to clap back at this person. And then I was like, bro, that's messy, you know? Like, we're trying not to do the hate, you know, trade hate with hate kind of thing. We're trying to push apart from that. But like, it was hard because not because we were just poly girls, it was because we were women in a industry that was male dominant, you know. And they're like, oh, girls, what do they know about, you know? So hate started coming for that, and hate started coming from what we used to talk about. But I used to be like, nah, because the good always outweighs the bad, so I always had to try to look at the better side. But there's some comments that really trigger you. So I'm like, hard, you know, when like I jump on and I have those rants, I'm like, bruh, and then I'll look at it, I'm like, okay, take it down.
What's one of the worst that you've gotten?
Ooh.
You already know what it is. Or maybe a funny one if that one's too much.
No, I remember there was this one comment, and this was on our first reaction, and it was a producer. I'm not gonna name who it was. It was like it was a producer, from here as well, and the comment was
name and shame.
Man, you're lucky I'm a changed person, but you know, it was just his comment was really like it was like kind of like girls don't belong on this, like kind of like stick to doing something else, or something like that. You don't belong in this field, like it was like that. But then came to think of it, afterwards when I showed my sister, she goes, "Oh, he used to be in my DMs." So then I was like, "Oh, okay, I get why that."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was it that was in the DMs?
Oh,
He was Mr. Negative? No.
Text
Yeah.
it to me.
I'll show you later. No.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but that those type of comments is what pushes me still to this
Yeah.
day to keep going. I was like, oh
Fucking
yeah,
hell. Like small-minded people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck, come on, get it together.
yeah,
Get it together.
Yeah, honestly, like, bro, like, stay in your lane.
Yeah.
Like, girls aren't supposed to be for that film.
Yeah.
Like, oh, kidding.
yeah.
Your ass.
Yeah, I was like, oh yeah.
You're a producer that got rejected. Nah.
Yeah, I was like, yeah. Yeah, that was probably one comment I'll never forget,
Yeah.
and it still sticks to me. Like every
Yeah.
time I wanna quit, cause like
Yeah.
I feel like I have a moment every week where I'm just like get tired of the hate
yeah.
Yeah.
kind of thing, and I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I remember that comment,
Yeah.
and I'm like, oh hell, nah. We're not going down like that.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
That's
Mm-mm-mm.
Not today.
I'll show you. Produce this now. I know he's gonna be watching like, oh hell no. Just,
I
nah.
hope he is, bro. That's
I
so
hope he is
bad.
too.
You're my biggest motivator. Thanks.
I hope I know this person.
Bro, straight up. Pause the cameras. We're gonna look.
Can you just cut it? Just so no.
Damn.
Don't understand. Don't understand.
no.
Bitch, I don't understand.
Oh my gosh, I haven't heard that in ages. Wow.
With your reactions,
Yep.
have you ever come across like one where you've reacted and thought like, what the heck, you know?
I think yeah, and I think that's there was with me when I react, you can see the emotion in my face.
Yeah.
Like I'm like, what the like, and I think a lot of people that's why they watch, because they always like look for that kind of reaction.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But there was one, and it was Young and Lips one, and a lot of people wrote to me and they're like, whoa, I cannot believe like you had the nerve to speak truth about that.
Mhm.
But to me it was like, I rate him as an artist,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
for me, if I didn't care about his artistry and like music,
Yeah.
then I would have just
you wouldn't give that.
I would have just been
criticism.
like, oh yeah, mad track, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it really, I'm like,
that
no,
when,
I know you can do better.
Yeah.
I think I've seen one of
The latest, not the latest. Oh yeah, I think it was not the latest.
Is that when quote me if I'm wrong, is that when you were saying like his sounds starting to sound similar? Or
Yeah, it's like the I forgot what track, and he raps in it.
Oh, I think I know which one.
Yeah, it was definitely not like
Yeah.
his vibey songs.
okay,
Like,
yeah.
and like I was looking forward to another track from him because I
Yeah.
love Young and Lips as a musician.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was reacting, I just couldn't make myself,
Yeah.
vibe with it. And I was just, the whole time I was just dead, like,
Yeah.
And then, but I said at the end, like, I believe in your music ability,
Yeah.
and this is not it. Because,
Yeah.
like, his music's vibey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And me and my sister were so in love with his music, There's a lot of times, like, if we had partners when we were reacting to his music, they were like,
The
Oh.
shower scene?
yeah, the shower one. We got in
I
trouble for
watched
that.
that,
Yeah. Sorry, Young and Lips. And if you have a girlfriend, but yeah.
Yo.
But yeah, 'cause like I loved that side of him.
Yeah.
But when he was kind of like, I think maybe 'cause he was starting to cop hate, and the whole
Okay.
beef thing he was starting to play. So I
Yeah.
think maybe he was trying to be, try
that
to
level?
on that
Yeah.
level. But for me, I always saw him as a different in his own
Yeah,
lane.
individual,
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was like, I had to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And a lot of people were like, they took it good
Mm.
because they're like, oh, you're being honest,
Mm.
and yeah. But there's a lot of tracks, like drill tracks, that I kind of knock back because when you react to heaps of drill music, it sounds the same,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I don't want to sit there and say the same thing over and
Yeah,
over.
100.
Yeah.
So that's why I always tell people, like, I don't want to react to drill music anymore unless it's something that's gonna bang.
Yeah.
Like, so I always have people that like know my music taste, and then they send it to me, or I tell them, can they listen to it and tell me if it's worth reacting to,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know, but if there is a song that I don't like, I just DM them myself and
Yo.
just be
Yeah.
like, yo, I heard it, but I'll just, and then say my piece.
Yo.
I wouldn't like put it up and kind of make them be like, oh wow, she just put it up and said that, she could have just. So I just kind of deal with it that way.
That's good. Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah.
I think that's one thing that I really like about your channel as well, is that it is honest as well.
Yeah.
And like, just for comparison, like the beauty community, like they suck ass. Like they suck ass.
Yep.
And
I suck ass. No,
oh, okay. Oh, yep.
The beauty community, like beauty gurus, like they really
because
do
of
suck brands.
Yeah, brands.
Yeah.
And because if they're like scared to like give a bad review, they're not gonna get the
they're gonna get
bonuses.
kicked off the PR. They're not gonna get their money.
Yeah.
And that's something that I like about you is because you are honest in your reactions as well. It's not just, oh yeah, I'm gonna keep like being good for every single pump that I get.
I couldn't do it. That's why I always say, like, I don't care if I say something about an artist and they don't end up telling me about their music coming out anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just like, well, that's it,
Yeah.
I'm still gonna.
Has anyone ever got upset when you've DM'd them that you weren't feeling their song?
No. They've all been like kind of respectful. Yeah. Because I'm being honest, and because I'm not just someone who just. With music, I have like a deep connection with music, so I think they see it in my reaction. So I'm not just speaking out of school like, oh no, your song's crap, whatever. I always try to like give them like my thoughts and then where they can work on. But at the same time, I'm like, it's your song. You do what you want to do. Like be an artist, creative freedom and that. But if you want like from a listener's point of view, then it is what it is, kind of thing.
What's been one of your favorite reactions?
Oh, Cheeky. Yep. I don't think I've ever reacted like that on a song. I think
which song?
Cheeky. Who I Am.
Yeah, you gotta get it onto that track. Pretty good.
Mad track.
I think I know. Like if I hear it, I'll know.
Yeah. Give us a little demo.
Can we just cut this part?
No.
Yeah, that was a hectic song. That and Welcome to Prison.
Yeah.
You cried on that one.
Yeah, I cried on that one. I cried on that one.
YP.
Yeah, YP. Because like it was just hard watching that.
Yeah.
And like as much as I try to I hate crying on online. But it was just the connection with that song was just hit real
Crazy,
different, and I didn't expect that song to like hit like that. But I was excited for like months waiting for that track. So when I finally reacted, it was like, whoa, oh, yeah. And YP is like one of my favorite artists.
Yeah.
A lot of people are like, oh hell no, a lot of it will piss off a lot of people because the whole area thing. But YP, definitely someone that I always look forward to. And I think the reaction that I did for 1/4's latest one, I was like straight off the bat I said I was disappointed, only because I was waiting for YP's part, because I rated him as and I was always looking forward.
Which song is this one?
Say It Again. Yeah.
Okay.
And like that track I was like, fuck, it's missing him, Yeah. He was like someone I always looked forward to listening to. But yeah, shout out to YP.
Shout out to YP.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to YP. That's one of my favorite rappers. Oh, and LDP68. That's another one. Yeah.
Yes.
LDP68. Yeah.
The thing he had on yesterday on his story.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That I was like, bruh, this is why.
Yeah. Flow's crazy.
Yeah.
Yay.
I used to always share him all the time, and then people were like, who the hell's that? Like, you'll know soon. That's why I'm so excited for them to bring out music. Cause I'm like, wow, I've been waiting
100%.
for this. Yeah, I'm excited for all the OGs.
Shout out to Track Addicts.
Yeah, shout out to Track Addicts.
Peace.
Everyone run up their YouTube
channel.
subscribe.
Run up ours.
And then come on all of ours and then subscribe there.
Nah, but yeah, Track Addicts got big things ahead, bro.
Yep.
Can't wait.
100.
Sorry. I almost lost my flow.
Yeah, shout out to all the OGs. That's
Hard out.
Shout
Can't wait for that Too Much song.
Yes, honestly.
Yep.
The one they done the video clip.
That comes out this Thursday,
25th? Yeah.
This Thursday.
Did you watch their preview?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Hebe shops.
When Honcho's part just played for 2 seconds, I was like,
yeah, man.
Whoa, we need that fire. Yeah.
And I'm so happy for him as well.
Yep.
Yeah. Well deserved, man.
Been around for a while.
Yeah.
It's
Shout
about
That's a
time.
red honcho, bro.
Yeah,
Straight
shout out to
up.
Honcho.
Gold dust.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah. He told me to come down, but I was at my brother's birthday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he told me to come down
Otherwise-
too.
Nah.
Yeah.
I was there.
You know,
We were
your
meant
gold
to
suit.
Nah, yeah, that, bro. I can't
Yeah.
wait for that to drop. That's
Yep.
gonna be heaps exciting
Yeah.
For sure.
for the culture, man.
Yep.
Love
All the
that.
OGs need to come out the
Yeah.
gates now.
Mhm.
Straight up,
Mm.
man. So moving on.
Yep.
Your 5-year plan.
Yeah. How does that
5-year
look for you?
plan.
What's that look
Fuck.
like for you?
To be honest, 5-year plan, probably something to do with youth work.
Love.
Yeah,
Ooh,
'cause
nice.
like I try to think, where's this music thing gonna go? You know, I can only react to how long, but like because of the whole everything that's happening and stuff, I feel more connected to like the youth. You know, and like music is like a sometimes I escape for them.
Yeah.
So like, I love the connection between both, and I don't know. Psychology was like my major back in school,
No way.
Yeah.
Love.
Wow.
and just I wanted to like study to be a lawyer at first, and then criminal justice. At one point I wanted to be a cop, but that didn't work out.
Yeah.
Cops loved my brothers, but not we didn't love them, so that wasn't a career path for me.
Yeah.
But like I feel like these days the youth need the attention more,
100%.
and 'cause I can connect with them,
Mm.
I feel like it's something that I'll be happy doing for
Mhm.
long term, and it's something that I would feel alright if I, you know, left the music thing for, 'cause I'm
Yeah.
passionate about the music, but I always wanted something that was gonna top that, and I feel like going towards the youth,
Mm.
and 'cause it's so needed these
Yeah.
days,
Yeah.
I feel like 5 years down the track, probably have like a program set up
Nice.
that, yeah,
I think that'll be amazing, man. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, that's something like I'd love to do as
Mm.
well.
Yeah.
So that's so good. And,
that could be us in 5 years.
hey,
Yeah.
say
Yes.
less.
Yes, say less, let's do this.
For
Mm.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's so good.
Yep.
And also I just wanted to ask, what would your advice be to people that want to start up a YouTube channel and
Ooh,
be on a platform similar to yours?
do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
If you want to do something with, I think that's with anything, do it. Just don't think too much, 'cause then if you sit there and think too long, you probably like not want to do it.
Yeah.
But if
Yeah.
your heart's there, you want to do it,
Mm.
just jump on it, do it.
Yeah.
And and you gotta make yourself mentally strong
Yeah.
on those platforms, 'cause hate will come and hate will always be around, but you always have to try to just look at the brighter side all the time.
100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you're passionate about it, go for it.
100.
Yeah,
Love that.
Nice.
let's
Very
go.
good. We've come to the end of our podcast.
Oh,
We got no life outside of this.
I know.
We hate this part.
It was hectic.
Guys, that was a great episode. Episode
Yeah,
9.
it
Thanks,
was.
guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
for coming.
thanks for coming
Yeah,
down.
thanks for
flying
having
from
me.
Melbourne.
Thank you for being a part of it.
I know.
this was hectic.
See the
Nah,
commitment,
thank you.
guys. We need some more people to fly over.
Yeah, wherever
Who
you
cares
at,
about
come
the
down.
borders?
Yeah, don't worry, just break the restrictions, 'cause Victoria went into lockdown last night and I still boarded my flight. So
Yes.
if I get locked up after this, they're free. free me. Nah.
Put her
free-
with
free the gang.
YP.
Yeah, Bells will run a track about you, and then
Yeah,
boom, we
let's
got
go.
you.
Free all the boys, free
Oh,
fun
nice.
off. Yeah, guys, come to an end. Thank you guys for coming in every week and showing love,
Let's
answering
go.
all our questions on
Let's go.
Instagram, across the platforms.
100.
Small.
Also, thanks to the team here. Thanks to our camera woman, Mariana.
Yes,
Come
shout
in the
out.
frame.
Shout out.
Yeah,
Yes,
come in.
Ready, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
She's trying to lick you, Bells.
Lick Bella's
Oh, dead.
shoulder.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Yo.
It's wet.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's
it's
wet.
wet.
It's wet.
Yo.
Oh my gosh.
I
I'm
bet your
so
camera woman won't do that. No.
dead.
All your other
Ooh, step your
podcasts.
game up. Step your game up.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. Thanks again to Diamond
Hey,
for coming
yo,
down.
100. Thanks,
And you'll
guys.
see us on the next segment on Community Talk.
Yes.
Yo.
And-
Peace,
oh,
everyone.
wait, I got some shout outs.
Too late,
No.
bye.
No, shout out.
Yeah, I forgot about Kalala and that cat.
Yeah,
Oh.
shout
Oh,
out
yeah, I
to
forgot about
Kat. Shout
Yo.
out to Open Space.
Yo,
shout out to
shout out.
Kalala for her light.
Yo.
And shout out to my setup crew. Love you, fam.
Yeah, thank you guys so much.
Can I quickly
Yeah,
do a
make
shout
sure
out?
you say
Yeah.
the names. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Shout out to the 40. Just the
Yo.
fams in the 40 and
Mhm.
Doonside as well.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Shout
my
out.
Melbourne
Shout
fams.
out.
Shout out to my babies.
Oh.
Mummy loves yous.
Yes.
And yeah, shout out to my future husband wherever he is. Like,
Shout
come
out
on,
to
man.
both of our future
I know.
husbands.
Shout out to like, fuck. Come on, man. The world's ending, bro. Nah, but yeah.
I'm right here, babe.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, shout out
Nice.
to the fam.
Yo, shout out.
Mad love. Peace out, guys.
Peace.
Bye.
Watch my whoa.
Whoa, let's go.
Oh.
Bad shoot.
Oh, I've been waiting to do my whoa.
Ta-ta.